Back at PDAC 2025, where I continue to learn new things. We're with Rare Element Resources, easier to say as RER.
That's right.
And we're with the Chief Operating Officer, Jaye Pickarts.
That's right.
Nice to meet you.
It's the same here.
I understand that the company has built a demo plant.
Okay, a little background of the company. We've got the Bear Lodge project up in northeast Wyoming. Been developing it since 2006, 2007. Got a great deposit, one of the best bastnaesite deposits in the world.
Okay.
And in the last few years, we've teamed up with the Department of Energy, and we're building a rare earth demonstration project about 30 miles south in Upton, Wyoming.
So a separator.
It's separated, right. Right. So it's just to produce actually separated and purified NdPr.
NdPr. Anything else?
We will have other products. We'll have a lanthanum, a seg, and a heavies, but those won't be purified at this point. They'll be just stockpiled. But really, it's the NdPr is our focus.
So you have a plant that works, and you have feedstock.
So the plant we just finished construction. We're going the last week or two of punch list items, kind of get the things put together, finalized. And then sometime late this month, early April, we'll run material through the plant. Back in 2015, we had an exploration trench where we excavated 1,000 tons of high-grade material, ore, and we've been have stockpiled since 2015, and we're going to process that through the plant at a rate of about 1.5 to 3 tons per day.
And what does that result in?
So a couple things. The technology that we're using is proprietary, developed by one of our partners. It'll prove the technology on a larger scale. We've operated it for several pilot plants over the last few years. This is our first scale up. We'll operate it for up to a year to develop design criteria for a commercial plant. It'll also produce up to 10 tons of NdPr oxide at 995 purity.
And although prices are down, it's still selling for a good price.
It is. And our goal from this plant is not to sell it, but really to get the criteria we need for designing the new plant, the proven technology, and perhaps identify our customers for a high purity NdPr product.
So the next plant will be much bigger.
Yes.
To be able to process more product.
Right.
So it's the typical rare earth scenario.
So it's scale up. So everybody knows you go from bench scale to pilot scale to demonstration to a full scale. So because the technology is unique and it is complicated, you do have to go through the process of understanding how the scale up works from a science point of view.
I assume you have enough working capital on hand to get you through this process?
We do have plenty of capital to get through this part, probably into our next phase of development, which would be refreshing our permits. We did have a draft EIS back in 2016, which were put on hold. That will dust off and restart that here in the next year or so. We need to do engineering at some point of whatever size plant we decide to build.
You have to build out your flow chart.
Well, the flow sheet I think is pretty well fixed. There may be a few tweaks coming out of this demonstration plant, but for the most part, I believe the flow sheet is more or less fixed at this point. Size, that's something to be determined. It's a commercial decision has to be made with the company. What size plant do you build? You build it right size. You want to compete in the world market, and then affordability as well. So sometime after this year, we'll analyze the data from the demonstration plant, and then right size the project.
So why are you here at PDAC 2025?
Well, one thing is to meet Tracy. I haven't been here. We were here last year. We had a booth last year. It's to renew friendships, colleagues, talk to potential off-takers, customers, talk to engineering companies. This is where the center of the mining universe is for investors, I think. So we want to make sure we have our contacts out there and keep in touch with potential investors.
What can we look forward to for the rest of 2025?
We're operating. So, like I said, knock on wood, we've had a pretty brutal winter in northeast Wyoming. It's been cold, but again, construction is done. All the contractors have left. We have a contract operations company on site. We're just tweaking the last little bit of the construction items. Ore is there, ready to go, ready to run through the plant. So I'm going to, as an operating officer, I got to get all the chemicals and all that stuff ordered and get it on site, and then turn the switch.
That's very
See what
exciting.
happens. It is exciting. It is exciting.
We'll keep an eye on this.
Thanks.
Rare Element
Resources.
Resources.
RER.
RER.
That's right.
All right. Thank you for coming in
Thanks,
today.
Paul. Appreciate it.